You might think all science facts are important and practical, but actually, some are totally useless, yet incredibly fascinating. These are the facts you didn't know you wanted to know. Let's dive into 10 of the weirdest, most useless scientific facts that will make you see the world a little differently. First up, bananas are berries. Now, that sounds normal until you realize strawberries, which everyone calls berries, aren't actually berries at all. Botanically, a berry is a fruit that develops from a single flower and has seeds inside its flesh. Bananas fit that perfectly. Strawberries, on the other hand, grow from a flower with multiple ovaries and have their seeds on the outside, making them an entirely different fruit category called aggregate fruits. So, every time you peel a banana, you're actually eating a berry. It's a weird quirk of plant biology that defies what we expect. Now, wombats. These Australian marsupials have a super strange trait. Their poop is cube-shaped. Unlike most animals that produce round or oval droppings, wombats produce nearly perfect little cubes. Why? Scientists believe this shape helps keep their droppings from rolling away, which is important because wombats use their poop to mark territory. The cube shape means the poop stacks neatly and stays put on rocks or logs. This unique shape comes from the way their intestines contract unevenly, creating ridges that mold the poop into cubes. It's a rare example of evolution making something both functional and oddly geometric. Octopuses are famous for their intelligence, but did you know they have 3 hearts? 2 pump blood to their gills, where oxygen is picked up, and the third pumps the oxygen-rich blood to the rest of the body. But here's the twist. When an octopus swims, the heart that supplies the body actually stops beating. This makes swimming really tiring, which is why octopuses prefer crawling on the seafloor. Their anatomy forces them to be mostly ground dwellers, despite their incredible swimming skills. This shows how evolution sometimes comes with quirky compromises. Your stomach is like a superhero when it comes to self-protection. It produces hydrochloric acid strong enough to break down food, and even metal in extreme conditions. But if this acid touched your stomach lining continuously, it would eat right through it. So, your stomach has a special lining made of mucus that protects it from the acid's damage. Even more amazing, this lining completely regenerates every 3 to 4 days to keep the stomach safe and functioning. Without this rapid renewal process, ulcers and other digestive problems would be much more common. It's a perfect example of the body's built-in repair system working quietly all the time. Here's a mind-blowing one for card players. If you shuffle a deck of 52 cards thoroughly, the order of those cards is probably one that has never existed before in the entire history of the universe. This is because there are about 8.07 times 10 to the 67th power possible ways to arrange a deck, an astronomically large number. To put it in perspective, it's more than the estimated atoms in the Earth. So every time you shuffle and deal, you're creating a brand new, unique sequence. It's a useless fact in daily life, but a stunning reminder of how vast possibilities really are. The Greenland shark is a true champion of longevity. This deep-sea shark can live for over 400 years, making it one of the longest living vertebrates on Earth. Scientists estimate this by studying the levels of radioactive carbon in their eyes. These sharks grow very slowly and don't reach maturity until they're about 150 years old. Their lifespan covers centuries of ocean history, including human discoveries and environmental changes. It's fascinating to think that this ancient creature has been silently swimming in cold Arctic waters while human civilizations rose and fell. Clouds might look light and fluffy, but an average cumulus cloud weighs about 1 million pounds. How is that possible? Clouds are made up of countless tiny water droplets or ice crystals suspended in the air. Even though each droplet is tiny, when you add up billions of them, the total mass becomes enormous. The reason clouds float is that warm air rises underneath them, counteracting the weight. This balance between gravity pulling down and air pushing up lets clouds hover high in the sky. So next time you look up, remember, you're staring at something heavier than 100 elephants. Cockroaches are the ultimate survivors. Believe it or not, they can live for weeks without their heads. Why? Because cockroaches breathe through little holes on their body segments called spiracles, not through their mouths or heads. Without a head, they can't eat or drink, But their body can continue to function for a while since the nerve centers and vital organs are spread throughout the body. Eventually, they die from dehydration, not decapitation. This creepy but fascinating fact highlights just how tough these insects really are. Here's a surprising connection. Humans share about 60% of their DNA with bananas. Don't worry, this doesn't mean you're part fruit. DNA is the basic blueprint of life, and many genes are conserved across different species. This percentage shows how all living things on Earth, from plants to animals, share common ancestry and biological building blocks. It's a reminder of our deep connection to the natural world and the incredible complexity of life itself. Finally, the Eiffel Tower has a secret. It actually grows taller in the summer. The metal that makes up the tower expands when heated by the sun, causing it to grow by as much as 6 inches. This expansion happens because metals expand as they get warmer, a basic principle of physics called thermal expansion. So if you visit Paris in July, you're seeing a slightly taller Eiffel Tower than in the colder months. It's a tiny, everyday example of how science is quietly happening all around us. So there you go, 10 useless but wildly fascinating scientific facts that prove science isn't just about boring details. It's full of weird surprises that make life way more interesting. If you want to keep learning mind-blowing stuff like this, hit subscribe and stick around. There's plenty more to explain.